Today we're talking about cops who verbally attacked suspects. From an officer who was arrested without any valid reason to a female officer who doesn't know what trespassing is, let's see what happens when law enforcement steps out of line. When a man started filming in the lobby of a post office, he didn't expect anyone to be bothered by it, since he was just exercising his rights. However, an elderly lady there didn't like it and started filming him back, probably hoping he'd stop and go away. But he kept filming, so he approached him, complaining that he was invading her privacy even though she was the one who approached him. The man decided to keep to himself and ignore her, but the woman called the cops out of spite. When the cops showed up, they didn't even know what the situation was about, but decided to detain the man anyway. They hadn't checked if any law had been broken. You'd think that the cops would just ask a few questions first to understand the situation before detaining someone. One cop even admitted on camera that he didn't know what had happened, but he was going to detain the man until he figured it out. That's not really how things are supposed to work.
For my people that watch in other countries, you guys are making us look really bad in America. A bunch of entitled Karens crying over somebody with a camera. Gee whiz. Do you see me crying when you're taking my picture? You're in public, ma'am. I can't stop you from pulling out your phone, taking your picture. So what makes you think you can stop me?
I'm not stopping you.
Well, you're crying about it.
I just need to mail something.
Well, you're the one saying I'm invading your privacy, blah, blah, blah. Ma'am, you have the right to take a picture in public. Nobody can take that from you.
That's okay.
And everybody doesn't have to stop recording because you get your feelings about it. You can't even tell you are. You got a mask on. Doing good. I think somebody got education, but waiting to see what happens here.
Cool. You want to wait with me if that's okay?
Yeah, I mean, I can go in there. I'm not being detained, am I?
Right now, we're figuring out what's going on.
Right. Am I being detained? I'm free.
Detaining you right now.
You're detaining me for what reason?
Because we got to figure out what's going on.
Nah, you got to have a legal reason to detain me, brother.
Yeah.
You can't just detain my freedom for nothing.
I'm informing you. Inform you. We got a call for service regarding you and your activity here.
What crime do you suspect me of committing?
My partner's figuring that out.
So you have no crime. Did he tell you a crime?
They're figuring out.
Then you can't just detain people for no reason.
Well,
did he accuse me of a crime?
When one cop asked for the man's ID, he chose not to hand it over because he hadn't done anything wrong. Then another cop came over to ask what was going on, but the man was at a loss for words because the cop who had detained him didn't really seem to care about the details. He pointed out that a cop must have a legitimate reason to detain someone and restrict their movement. They can't just hold someone without explaining why. As this situation continued, another cop tried to smooth things over by telling the man that there had been a complaint about him filming, but that complaint had nothing to do with him directly. It's important to remember he wasn't harming or disturbing anyone. Just because someone doesn't like being filmed doesn't mean he should have to give up his civil rights or be detained over someone else's discomfort.
I'm not there. Just figuring it out right now. So until we make that determination.
So I'm not free to move.
No, not right now.
I'm literally being detained.
Literally, yes.
And you can't tell me what you even suspect me of.
They're going to come talk to you right now.
That makes no sense.
Yes.
No, the guy didn't like being filmed. I'm not giving you ID. The guy didn't like being filmed. That's why I called you.
Is that entirely why, or was there any
there you go. There you go. That's the reason. He didn't like being on camera.
That's your perspective.
Right. What else did he claim?
I didn't talk to him. He did.
What's your name and badge number?
Officer Miranda, 16343.
Thank you. How are you doing?
Hello, sir.
How are you?
Good. So what's going on?
I don't know. He just detained me because he didn't know what was going on. I said, well, what do you expect? What did I do wrong? Well, I don't know. That's not a reason to detain. Did he even accuse me of anything?
I didn't talk to him.
Well, see, you can't just detain people willy-nilly. You have power. You have to use it responsibly. You can't just detain people till you figure it out unless you have a reason to. He could say this guy was wearing black shoes, and I don't like black shoes. You can't detain me for that. If he said I hit him or something, that's another story.
Well, technically, based on the dispatch call, sir, there was a description provided to us.
I understand.
Your description. So therefore,
I get that.
Disturbance here. So while my partner was trying to get the story, technically, yeah, he was in pending investigation.
Can I get your name and badge number?
Detective Wilson, 16057.
And yours, please?
Perez, 16015.
Okay. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Hi. So, what's your first name? So I'll keep calling you sir.
You can just call me 1A.
1-8?
1A.
1A.
That's what you can call me.
Okay.
Yeah.
1A. So the reason why he called is because you were to him, right?
Right.
You started cussing at the other the customers there, right?
Right from the start, the cops made a mistake because they didn't explain to the people who complained that they couldn't stop someone from filming just because it made them uncomfortable. Also, the man wasn't bothering anyone, yet the cops claimed they received a report that he was making noise, which could actually get someone in trouble for filing a false report. Aren't cops supposed to be thoroughly investigating things like this? Anyone can make a claim, but that doesn't automatically make it true. It seems like sometimes cops think they're always right, but in this case, they were too quick to verbally attack the man without any real reason. They should have taken the time to understand the situation better before jumping to conclusions and attacking them.
So that's what he told you?
You were verbally.
Then you need to arrest him for a false police report, because I didn't cuss at anybody.
What's a false police report?
Saying that I walked. No, I'm letting you know that I got this recorded. I did not walk in there and start cussing at anybody. I was quiet.
Okay, well, as I said, as I continue, so you're yelling at customers. Okay?
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yelling at customers, causing a disturbance with the other
Right.
customers. So much that another customer had to call us too and say that there was
Right.
a verbal argument,
Right.
and he believed that it was going to get physical.
Oh.
That's why we got called.
Okay. Believed it was hit physical. Okay.
So at that point, when he's in charge of the building, right? So
To a
if
degree.
he asks you to leave.
No, it doesn't work that way.
Then
This is public property. Unless I'm causing a disturbance, you can't kick me out of public.
believe that's-
I actually came here and did business. I mailed off multiple packages and I purchased a stamp. You can't just kick me out because you don't like the fact that I'm recording.
Well,
I didn't come in there yelling. I didn't start anything with anybody.
It wasn't just the recording, like I said.
Oh, yes, it was. That's what this guy's whole problem was. As soon as I walked in there, he started freaking out saying, I don't like being recorded. I said, sir, I'm a journalist working on something. It's okay. That was my response to him. And he just continued to escalate it over and over and over, freaking out. He stopped serving customer. He's like panicking. And I said, what? Before I left, I even walked up to him and said, man, look, I don't want you to feel bad. I'm not up to anything wrong. I work on stories. I go to post office. I record stuff. Before I left, I told him that. I said, I don't want you to feel like bad or anything. And then I walked off. I only came back because I saw you guys. Okay. So that's your bad guy, is a guy that came in recording, which I'm legally able to do.
This time, we're talking about a cop who noticed a man filming outside the police station and decided to follow him. Of course, the man wasn't at all pleased that the cop was tailing him, feeling like his rights were being infringed upon. The cop's only justification was that he had as much as a right to be there as the man did. True, but let's not forget that the cop was on duty and has certain responsibilities. You have to wonder, does this mean all the crimes in America are solved and cops don't really have anything better to do? I wouldn't say so. It seemed more like this cop was just bored and looking for a little bit of amusement, not realizing that this might backfire because the man knew his rights well. When the man asked the cop for his name and badge number, the cop just told him to read it off his uniform. That was the wrong response. Cops are supposed to verbally provide their name and badge number when asked, not just tell people to read it for themselves. Then, before you knew it, the cops had gathered around the man. It was quite a scene with so many cops surrounding one man for basically doing nothing.
Can I help you?
What was that?
You need some help?
Not your help. I don't want to
Then
be
why are you
followed.
talking to me?
Well, why are you following me?
I'm out here just like you're out here.
No, you're following me with 2 units.
Okay.
For what?
Why not?
What do you mean, why
You be
not?
out here just like you want to be out here, right?
No, yeah, you can be out here, but why are you following me?
We can be out here just like you're out here.
I mean, I can follow you guys too. Here, let me turn on my record.
My recorder's on right here too.
No, that's good. That's good. I'll follow you. I'll follow you. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. What's your name and badge number?
Right there. Can you zoom in?
What was that?
Can you zoom in?
You said it's right there?
Right here.
Okay, right here. Okay. Is that H-E-R-E or H-E-A-R? Last name here, right? First name right, last name here? I've met a lot of people that look like you.
Okay.
They're like the same family members as you. So, what's up, Mr. Right here? How you doing?
Good.
So, what's your name?
Good.
Got a name and badge number?
It's right here. Sabra 291.
You're not gonna give me your name and badge
I
number?
just did.
You said it's what? Sabra? Okay. After pushing you a little bit. Quit following me and go away. Don't you guys have something better to do?
Nope. This is it. This is our job.
Your job is to follow me.
Not follow you specifically, but over here.
Oh my God. What's your name and badge number? Okay. Yeah. You guys can go back to work. You're dismissed. You're dismissed. Go back to work, man.
You can keep doing what you're doing.
I am going to continue doing what I'm doing. But right now, I don't want to be followed. So quit following me.
I'm going to be here all day now.
You're going to be here all day, following me all day. You have nothing else to do today. All the crime in Sacramento is solved.
That's it.
It's solved, yeah?
I'm right here all day.
Cool. Yeah. So following me. This is fucking bullshit. Hey, whoa, whoa! You cannot drive that vehicle. Your tags are expired. That's the police chief right there. Look, his tags are expired. Oh, that's the wrong one. Where's the fucking expired tags? Here they go. And it's over here. Whoops. What's the point of following me around? Can I ask you that? What's the point of that? Not talking now? I'm just gonna follow me and not tell me why.
Well, can I ask what you're doing?
Well, when you guys pulled up on me, I was standing by a tree looking at my phone. And now all of a sudden I'm being fucking followed for some reason. Right? No?
But you know what the worst part was? There were police cars with expired registrations parked right in front of the police station. Ironically, the same cops who wouldn't hesitate to ticket regular folk for driving with expired tags are using those kinds of cars themselves. It makes you wonder who told the cops that they play by different rules. Then the sheriff showed up, driving into the same parking lot in a police car. A man went up to him while he was still in his car and asked if he could get his officers to stop following him around. Instead of correcting his officers, the sheriff sided with them, saying they were just doing their job in the parking lot. Moreover, it's a real issue when a sheriff or any supervisor backs up the wrong actions of their officers. This doesn't lead to anything good. It only encourages them to act even more aggressively.
Want to tell these guys to quit following me?
Actually, they have the right to be in the parking lot just like you have the right to be in the parking lot.
Do they have the right to follow me everywhere I go?
They can observe people in this parking lot.
For no reason?
We work in the parking lot.
For no reason they can follow you and observe you?
What I'm saying is that we work in the parking lot.
I know, but I'm trying to get an answer to my exact question. I'm trying to get an answer to my exact question because I'm just over there standing by a tree looking at my phone, and next thing I know I got cops following me the fuck around. What's going on?
And you can stay in your space and videotape and do all that.
I wasn't even videotaping when you guys pulled up on me. I was standing by a tree hanging out, and now you guys are following me. For what?
I came to talk to your officer.
Why are your officers following me?
You're in a parking lot, and we're always in the parking lot as well.
Always, and you follow a guy around, always in the parking lot.
That's the last answer I'm going to give you.
That's it. Well, it's a shitty answer.
What answer are you looking for?
Well, now I'm looking for your name and badge number.
Okay. Brown 3129.
Okay, and you always do your job like this?
Yeah, we're always here.
Garbage.
Okay.
All the crime in Sacramento's solved, right? It's done.
We're always present.
It's solved. Sacramento's good. You don't need these officers on the street solving crime.
They work in the district.
And you don't need them out there solving crime at all?
We have plenty of officers out there right now.
Plenty of officers. So 2 guys can follow me and just hang out with me, huh? And that's okay?
Just like you can hang on the
And that's okay, though? That's okay with you guys?
Absolutely.
For you as a sergeant, that's a good allocation of money, right? They're out here, they're costing money right now, and it's okay at a police department with 1 million officers in there to follow me. That's okay with you? That's good use of public funds?
You can count it how you want to.
No, I'm asking a simple question. You can answer it. So yes, that's a good use of public funds? Yes. Yes or no? Just a yes or no question. Is that a good use? Is that a good use of public funds?
Are you going to stop talking so I can answer your question?
It's a one-word answer, though. What is it?
They're allowed to be here.
And it's a good use of public funds for them to follow me around the parking lot.
You're obviously not listening.
You're obviously not answering the question. You're dancing around the question. It's called gaslighting, right? You can bounce, exactly. Bounce.
All right.
The man used this uncomfortable situation he was in to push the cops even further. When the sheriff began to drive away, the man decided to follow his car around the parking lot to give him a taste of his own medicine. When the sheriff told him not to follow, the man cheekily offered to help him park his car safely, pretending it was just to prevent a crash. Seeing how things were turning out, the sheriff realized he could just make things worse for himself and chose to literally run away from the man as far as possible. Then the man pointed out that citizens don't want their taxes paid for cops who do nothing. This comment really got under the cops' skin, maybe because there was some truth to it. What else did they expect him to say? That they were doing a great job and deserved praise? That certainly wasn't going to happen. At one point, it even looked like the cops were beginning to recognize their mistakes, so they started identifying themselves, something they had stubbornly refused to do just a short while earlier.
Yes.
Back up so I can get out of
No,
here.
you should be able to go right here. You
Okay.
should be able to drive well.
I'm telling you, I'm backing out.
Yeah, it's all good. Back out. You're dismissed. I'll stay out of the way of your car. Just keep your wheels straight on. You want me to back you up? Come on.
No.
Coming back. Coming back. Here, I got you. I don't want you to get hit, babe. Come on. Backing up. Come on. You got it. Straight wheels. You're good. I'm way out of the way. Straight wheels. Come on. Backing up. Backing up. I'm trying to help this guy. He doesn't want to fucking help. He even has a camera and he's worried about backing up. I don't know what the hell the problem is. And when I started talking about public money, this guy right here said, oh, geez. We got this little ginger right here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you're good. Back up. Come on. I got you. I'm good at this. I back police up all the time. Go ahead. Sometimes I even dismiss them and send them back into their cars. But you were already in your car, so I'll just tell you you're dismissed, babe. It's all good.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for wasting the public's money, man. We appreciate it. You should maybe take a training course.
Have a great day.
Yeah, take a training course a little bit.
Have a great day.
Oh, I will. Take a training course, though, okay? We need a little bit better use of public money.
You too.
A little bit better. I train cops, as a matter of fact, for a living. So, this is not all I do. So you can bounce. Go ahead. You're dismissed, Stapley. He told you to bounce. Go ahead. I'll walk with you over there. I don't want you to fall or anything on the way, something like that. Car might come and hit you or something. I got you. Why didn't you like when I was talking about use of public money? Why did that bother you? I heard you say, oh my God, or whatever you said. You don't like that? You don't believe you guys are wasting money right now? How come there's so many vehicles in here with expired tags like this one? Which is the one I thought the chief was driving. Is that okay for people that work with you guys to have expired tags? Drive around, all that stuff, no tickets? You guys don't give other cops tickets, huh? No. This guy's thing's always fucking shining and I can't get it.
I'm just trying to.
There it is. Got it. See you guys later. This is a huge fucking waste of money, dude. Huge waste of money. Been following me around for like 20 minutes. Come on, guys. I need the walk of shame. I just saw the sergeant do the walk of shame. I'm waiting for you guys. You, for sure, are a huge walk of shame, man. Your attitude sucks. Let me just ask you one question. How many people's rights have you violated? You ever been sued for violating somebody's rights? You seem like a right violator. Just curious.
If you thought these cops had already made enough blunders, brace yourself for more surprises. A detective stepped out of the police station, saw what was going on, and realized the officers were struggling to handle the situation with the man. Deciding to step in, he hopped into a police car and told the man he couldn't be there because it was police property. Probably didn't see that coming, and neither did the man. He was shocked that a detective, who really should know the law well, didn't understand the difference between private and public property. The man tried to explain that he was actually on public property, but the detective wouldn't listen and quickly drove away. Then the sheriff from earlier made a comeback in the parking lot. Seemed like he had thought of a new reason to confront the man along the way and turned back because he now had something to say. His return only highlighted that the cops are not doing their job properly and were more interested in covering for each other's mistakes than upholding the law.
Follow me.
Parking lot all day.
So if I walk away, you're staying here.
No, I'm not going to stay here. I'm going to be. In this
You're gonna follow me
I'm going to be in this parking lot all day.
all day. Gotcha. Okay. So wherever
You're free to stay. You're free to leave.
I go, you're going. You're like my butt cheek right now, huh? My right and left butt cheek right here. So you guys are on my hip. You're following me. I'm the guy these guys are following for some reason. What's that? I didn't hear you, bud. What'd you say? Police property? I'm on public property. Hey, what's your name and badge number? What's your name and badge number? Typical. Oh my God, if you guys had just left me alone, none of this shit would be happening, but you guys are dumb enough to fucking follow me. I'm standing by a tree hanging out. So that's the car that detective's getting into, who believes that this is police property. He's a detective. He made detective thinking that this is police property. Let's see what we got here. This is a big old waste of time and money from these guys. I don't understand what they're doing. And this guy right here is the one who's approving it, man. Brown or whatever his name is.
Let me know if you guys got anything else.
See you later, babe. You're dismissed. I'll let you know. I'll give you a call. I'll let you know. Cool. All right. Thanks for approving this waste of money, man. Appreciate it. You're awesome. Doing a service, huh? That's what they taught you? What was that? I was a standby tree, dude. And now I'm getting service for some reason, like an escort. I will, as long as your officers leave me alone. I'll go stand by a tree and go hang out. So they'll be with me. Yeah, that's what you're saying. Yeah. All right. Hey, man, thanks for being a tyrant, bro. Appreciate it. Oh, they could get around me. Yeah. Got his front camera on. What a dummy. Fucking approving this waste of money. Total waste of money. Vehicle.
This time, the sheriff claimed the man needed a permit to film. When that didn't stick, he switched tactics and told the man to back away from his car because it contained sensitive information about other people. But using that logic, shouldn't he be more careful about protecting that information in the first place? When the man asked the cops to stop tailing him, the sheriff lost his cool and said he wasn't obligated to answer any questions. Isn't that the whole point of being a public servant, to serve the public? These cops just don't seem to know when to quit. They kept making things worse for themselves, digging a deeper hole every time something went wrong. They seem to push harder just to feel a little bit of power and authority, ensuring their word was the final say.
Simple question, man. Left alone. I'm being respectful. I'm being nice. Left alone, though? Am I gonna be left alone?
I don't know. Are you?
I don't know. You tell me. You're the one controlling these guys, having them follow me. You're the one wasting your money.
You do this all the time.
I don't. I've never actually done this before. This is my first time doing this. But I don't know why it needs to happen.
Go buy your tree.
Yeah, and be left alone though, for sure.
I'll give you permission.
And be left alone. I don't need the permission. I can do it, right?
Okay, then go do it.
It's one question I'm waiting for, one answer.
Give you permission to go stand by your tree.
I don't need your permission. I give you permission to send these guys back to work, but am I going to be left alone though?
I don't have an answer for you.
You don't have an answer if I'm going to be left alone. So you guys are going to follow me for no fucking reason.
We'll be in the parking lot.
We'll be in the parking lot. Damn, man. How'd they make you like this?
We'll be in the parking lot.
Is this the training though that like they give you?
No, but this is the police station.
I know, yeah, this is, but it's for a guy standing by a freaking tree, why is it such a big deal? That's what I don't get. I'm lost here.
No more answer for you.
You won't answer, or you have no answers?
No more answer.
Damn, you can't answer those simple questions? They're hard? Are they hard questions? Is that what it is?
You can answer the question. You do this all the time.
I don't. That's what I'm telling you. I didn't even start recording. I was trying to get away from you guys until I'm just getting followed.
So what's the answer?
That you guys are gonna follow me for the rest of my fucking life. Okay, so the answer is no. I'll be left alone. I'll happily leave if you leave me the fuck alone. I don't want to be here and be followed.
If that's what you think, then that's what you think.
If that's what I think, then that's what I think.
That's the answer.
Huh? They trained you good for court, huh? You don't answer them lawyers, do you?
This has nothing to do with police work. This is human nature.
Human nature to not answer the questions?
Conversation with a guy.
The thing is, though, is you're a public servant, right? So if I ask the question, hey, can I leave? And you guys leave me alone, it should just be it'll be a simple, hey, yeah, we'll leave you alone.
Nobody stops.
You can go do your thing, man. You're not doing nothing wrong, you know.
The problem is you don't listen.
Am I not listening?
You do more talking than listening.
So you said you were going to leave me alone?
No, I said go stand by your tree.
But you didn't say you're going to leave me alone. That's the question I'm
I'm over
asking.
here. You came up to me.
I know, and I'm trying to wonder, you're their boss, so if I go chill and stand next to my tree or whatever.
Have you ever encountered a bad cop who just thought he was above the law? Well, that's exactly what happened to this man. He was just minding his own business when a cop came up to him and out of the blue asked for his ID. The guy tried to explain that the cop needed a reason, like if he had committed a crime, to ask for his ID, but the cop didn't have it. He accused the guy of trespassing, which isn't right. You see, to be guilty of trespassing, someone has to first tell you to leave, then you have to ignore that warning. Plus, cops shouldn't be kicking people out of public spaces unless they're actually causing trouble, which this guy wasn't. But it got worse. The cop didn't like being corrected, so he got really aggressive verbally. Just because the man tried to tell him how things were supposed to work, the cop decided to arrest him, just like that, with no good reason. This cop really didn't understand the laws he was supposed to enforce.
Do you happen to have your ID on you?
For what?
What's your name?
I'm not gonna give that. I didn't commit a crime. If you're gonna articulate a crime that I committed, I'll give you my ID.
Trespassing. What's your name?
No, you have to give me a warning. That's how it works. Give me a warning, I'll leave.
I need to document that you're being notified.
That's not the way the law works. No, it's not the way the law works. How are you gonna trespass me? They didn't trespass me. It's a public building. You can't trespass me from a public building without committing a crime, sir.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be.
So you're gonna arrest me? Are you gonna arrest me if I don't give you my ID?
You have the right to the presence of an attorney.
Answer that question.
Prior to questioning and to be with you during questioning if you so desire. If you cannot afford an attorney, you have the right to have an attorney appointed for you.
Am I being detained?
Yes. Do you understand?
For
your
what crime?
rights? Do you understand?
For what crime?
Trespassing.
Okay, so if I don't give you my ID, you're gonna arrest me? Answer the question. I'll give you my ID if it's under threat of arrest. You wanna go this route? Let's do it.
You're gonna give me your ID and identification either way.
Okay, so
I don't need to make threat of
hold on. Yeah, you do. Because that's not the way the law works. I didn't commit a crime here. I gotta commit a crime for you to get my ID.
Trespassing.
Okay, they didn't trespass me and it's a public building.
I'm investigating trespassing.
Okay, but this is a public building. You can't trespass me without committing a crime. You can't turn this into a crime. Are you going to arrest me if I don't? I'll give it to you right now.
So, we're gonna change your detention. You can keep recording. You're fine. Don't resist. All right. You are still allowed to be detained.
Now let's talk about a female cop who gave a hard time to a reporter filming in a federal building's lobby. The reporter was just doing his job recording in an area open to the public, much like a park. Out of nowhere, the female cop told him he had to leave immediately and threatened to arrest him if he didn't. She didn't even bother to explain why he had to go. Since the lobby was publicly accessible, her order didn't really hold water legally. Realizing the reporter knew his rights and the laws quite well, she tried to intimidate him further by threatening to arrest him for trespassing. But how does that make sense? How can you be arrested for trespassing in a place that's open to everyone? It was a clear case of a cop not really understanding or respecting the legal limits of her authority.
Leave, that you must leave. I mean, you can quickly do your FOIA or whatever.
That's exactly what I got to do. I mean, because if not, then it's going to be a violation of my rights.
If you continue to not leave, then we would take you down to the station.
Okay,
What my sergeant
that's your sergeant. Who was the sergeant? What's his
Sergeant
name?
Rapp, R-A-A-P.
So let me just get this right, because I'm not going to refuse to leave. If I don't leave, I'll be arrested. That's all I need to know when I'm
You
going.
would first be issued a DACR citation.
I'll be issued a
It's
DAC.
a city ordinance violation citation.
Okay.
And then if you continue to remain on the property and cause problems, then we would have to take
So it is a lawful command at this moment that I leave.
if this gentleman has asked you to leave.
I'm asking the officers. I'm just asking you guys.
It's not, this is not my business.
Well, because he's a security. He can't give me a lawful command. I'm asking the officer here that's trying to enforce.
He's a person who works for the business, so he can ask you to leave.
Okay, so I'm asking you, though, if he asks me to leave, are you going to give me a lawful command? Because asking and a command is two different things. If he asks me, I'm going to decline. If you demand I leave, then I leave.
I'm telling you, if you don't leave, I'm going to issue a DACR citation, which is a city ordinance violation for trespass.
For trespass, okay. And then what's your badge number and your name? 410. Okay, so and I'm not able to conduct my own FOIA. I just wanted to get that on camera and I'm going.
You know, I can give you the paper out here. They just don't want you in there recording.
I understand what you're saying, officer, but I mean, you know, the city of Elgin just stepped in a lot of mess because we talking about rights. That's all. That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, matter of fact, if the sergeant come to the scene, can you call him out here?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, appreciate it. Yeah, maybe we'll go from there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so at this point, TTA family, they're trying to talking about trespassing citations. Won't allow me to go file our FOIA. You know, so we gonna see if the sergeant can come out here. She already kind of confirmed it, so but we gonna see if the sergeant's gonna say the same.